Man, I am stoked. Aren't you stoked?
Yes, I am.
Oh man, we got all these products here to review for you guys. It's not necessarily going to be a full review, but we're going to open them up, show you the basics, how they work, and go from there. So let's get started. What do you think we should do first?
I'd say we start out with the Aries tank, made by Sigelei, and it seems like a good product.
It's a great product.
Here we have the Aries tank by Sigelei. Go ahead and open her up. Out the box, you got the instruction manual for it and every basic information you need on it. On the back of this little card, it tells you how to fill your tank and how to use your tank. As you get to the product itself, you got the coil up top and your tank at the bottom. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy out of the plastic and see how she looks.
Man, that's a cherry looking rod, yeah.
It's nice, got a little weight to it.
Also, it is a gold-plated 510 pin. So for all you guys that like a lot of conductivity, there is a gold-plated pin on the bottom.
There we go, got it right out of the plastic. And as you can see, it is a beautiful tank. Right here up front, you got Sigelei. On the other side, you have Aries tank.
Looks like a pretty good drip tip too.
It is. Nice little chimney looking drip tip.
Alright, let's check out the coil here. The coil she comes with is a 0.2 NI coil for all you temperature control junkies out there. It comes with an NI coil, so I'm sure you'll like that.
And at the bottom of the tank, you got your adjustable airflow. Just give it a few clicks, you can shut it off just a little bit, get you a good, nice little closed off air, or you can open it all the way and you can get that good airflow, good chuck in the vape.
Open her up, let's see what she looks like.
Give it a little unscrew. Here you have your main part of the tank where you fill up your juice. At the bottom of it, you have your coil.
This is a 0.5 Canthal coil, 20 to 50 watts. Now the thing about these coils, it looks like it's a single coil. I'm not too sure about the air, or not the air, but the juice holes where the cotton goes through. This looks more or less more like a 50-50 juice vape. You don't want to use your 70-30 juice in here. Reason being, it could cause a dry hit because the juice can't soak into the coil fast enough for you to get a nice, smooth, juicy vape. Now you got your standard 510 drip tip up here. So the good thing about that is if you guys want to use your own drip tip, you can always just pop her off and put your other drip tip on there and let her rip. Also got a nice little protruding stainless steel over here, so if it does drop, more or less it's not going to come into contact with the glass, which is good. Also, I believe it is a top fill.
That's always a plus in a tank.
So you got those 3 slots up there. You can go ahead and fill her up from the top. I like that.
It's a huge plus.
It's a very huge plus.
Because you know, you don't always want to unscrew, then you're turning your whole model over and then you're screwing it back on. It's not a lot of things a lot of tankers like using.
Yeah, and the only downside for me so far with this tank is when you screw the top fill cap back on, it's kind of a nuisance to get it back on there. So it's going to be a little bit of a working job to unscrew and screw it back on. Although once the juice gets in there, I'm sure it'll ease up a little bit.
Yep.
Go ahead and bring them through the manual, tell them all that stuff.
Alright, so you got your Aries tank manual. Right here it tells you what's in the kit. The kit includes 1 Aries tank, the instructions of Sigelei security code, 1 extra 0.02 ohm coil, and the user manual, i.e. this card. From there, it'll show pictures and everything on how to take apart your tank, which is nice. I love seeing pictures like this because I'm a visual learner. I love using my hands and everything like that. Then on the back of this card, it tells you how to fill your tank step by step. I think that's a huge plus too for those new vapors that are looking for a tank, and this will help them out a lot. Then you have the Sigelei, the instructions of the Sigelei security code. It'll go step by step on how to do it. It's an open pamphlet, and that's a huge plus.
Now the thing with that is, it's basically going to lead you to an online site, and there is a scratch off right here. Just go ahead and go online, scratch that off. It'll show you the number. It's basically to let you know whether or not this is an authentic product. So I think that's pretty cool.
Because you know there's all those clones out there. You want to make sure you get the best of the best.
Yeah, Sigelei it's pretty up there, man. All right, now we're gonna go to the Sigelei 213. Now I have been personally testing out this product for the past couple of days now, and I have to say I'm enjoying it.
He is enjoying it. He always mentions something new about it.
There is a warranty card in here, so if anything happens within 30 days, I believe, you can always contact the Sigelei company, mail in the product, and they should send you a new one. Now, just like the Aries tank, there is a instruction manual for the security code, and you have your user manual. Now, it's really descriptive, as you can tell. It's got some Chinese on here, which I can't read.
The other side.
It tells you the ins and outs, tells you the technical specifications. Let's go over those real quick. You have an aluminum spaced frame. Wattage ranges from 10 watts to 213 watts.
213.
Also has a temperature range from 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius, or if you're a Fahrenheit fanatic like I am, 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 570 degrees Fahrenheit. Voltage input is 6.4 volts to 8.4 volts, and voltage output is 1 volt to 7.5 volts. This does take two 18650 batteries. It has a power mode, stainless steel, temperature, titanium, temperature, Ni200. Also has TCR and TFR modes too. The low resistance is 0.1, builds up to 3.0 ohms. Now this also supports all types of coils. Max power is 213 watts. It has high input voltage warning, reverse battery protection, low resistance protection, battery imbalance protection. So yeah, it has a lot of safety features on there I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and check her out. So inside the box here you have this little box thing that's basically your charging cable. Also for updatable firmware, I believe. Let's go ahead and take that out. Just a cute little black cord right there. Set that off to the side. And here is the mod of the hour. Now right here we have the gold with the black carbon fiber. Can you go ahead and go grab some batteries for me real quick? I'm going to put some batteries in this sucker and show you how she works. Now it does have a gold plated 510 spring loaded pin, which is good, maximum conductivity there. I've been using this product for probably about 2 or 3 days now, and I gotta say I'm enjoying it.
Sigelei batteries for Sigelei mod.
Yeah, there you go. It is a very good mod. It feels good in the hands. It feels solid. In order to put your batteries in, all you gotta do is press, pull, and flip. Now I gotta say, this feels kind of flimsy, guys. I feel like over time this thing is gonna snap off, break off. But the cool thing about it is you know how on the cuboid it basically has the same thing, but it just clicks into place. Well, with this one, you gotta push it down and click it in, and that's what locks the batteries in. So let's go ahead and put these in here real quick.
Make sure you put them in the right way.
Yep. Press down, lock it into place. She's good to go. She's turning on. All right, so right here you have your main screen. Right now it's in temperature control mode. Click the button 5 times. That locks it. As you can see, it's not firing. Click 5 times. Unlocks the device. When you click it, obviously it's going to say check Atomizer because there's no Atomizer on there. If you hit the fire button and the plus button for the wattage at the same time, that is for your preheat power adjustment. That's basically for your temperature control. All right, so if you hold these 2 buttons down in wattage mode, it's basically going to either set your resistance, read your resistance, or lock your resistance. So if you want to lock your resistance, you just hit the fire button and it says hold to lock resistance.
Once you select power, the device will be in wattage mode by pressing the plus or minus button. Wattage will increase or decrease from 10 watts to 213 watts. Sigelei 213. Changing working modes. Enter the menu by clicking the fire button 3 times consecutively. This will show you power, stainless steel, titanium, Ni200, TCR, TFR. Power represents the wattage mode, SS represents the stainless steel coil, TC mode, TI1 represents TI1 coil, TC mode, Ni200 represents Ni200 TC mode, TCR, TFR represents custom wire or DIY coil mode. Press the plus or minus button to highlight the desired mode.
There we go.
Select the mode by pressing the fire button.
Boom. For some reason it wasn't working for me a second ago, but you see how you have your power, stainless steel, titanium, Ni200, TCR, and TFR modes. So if you want to go into power mode, you use these to adjust. And then once you're in power mode, you just click the fire button, and boom, you're in power mode. It goes all the way from 10 watts to 213. So let's go ahead and bump her up here.
Obviously, it's Sigelei 213.
That's how you bring her up, and then to bring her back down, you just push the wattage down button. All right, now to lock your buttons, you hit, while in power mode, you hit the wattage down button and the fire button, and it's gonna lock your buttons. So when you press the buttons, it's gonna say buttons locked. To unlock it, you just hit the wattage down button and the fire button, and it'll say button unlocked. Boom. And that's basically it.
I think this is a pretty cool feature. It has a read atomizer resistance.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, especially if you're going to use an RDA on this. To do that, after changing atomizer or changing battery, you need to press the plus and minus button together to enter menu for resistance settings. Press the plus or minus switch to read. Then press the fire button to read the current atomizer resistance. Once set, new baseline atomizer resistance will be displayed. Device may not work if improperly set. There may be no vapor, inconsistent temperature, and may damage the atomizer. So make sure if you're using an RDA, you follow these rules. Because the last thing you want to do is mess up your new mod, mess up the atomizer you have on there. So that's a key safety feature you want to pay attention to.
So since we're sticking to Sigelei products, let's go ahead. You go ahead and show them through the Sigelei UFO.
I love the way this looks. Honestly, this is something I personally want. Honestly, you got it's pretty cool. The Sigelei UFO, and look at that. That is pretty cool box design. Go ahead and open her up. You got the standard, you got your specifications and warranty card. Now in the box, as you can see,
such a beauty.
Beautiful. I love this red.
Now, as of right now, we haven't got any other colors in. As soon as we do, we'll let you guys know. There are a couple of these products that are all in store right now in our shop, which is the Minikin, the Fuchai, and I believe that's it. Everything else should be coming in shortly. I can't give a set time, sorry to say, but we will be getting these products in a brief time.
As any other Sigelei, you have the pretty little black cord, this little white box. Go ahead and set this off to the side. Then you have the Sigelei UFO. I love the way this looks. I love the way it feels. Just feels so nice in my hand. Now the cool thing, now to put in your battery, take your battery, make sure it even has it right here on the inside, plus minus down, excuse me. Go ahead and put your battery in there, put it right there in that little flap, and close it. That is pretty cool. Once you do,
It's the first time I've seen that in a
yeah, that is. It has a standard click 5 times to turn it on, and that's pretty cool. As you can see, it's powered on, and that is a nice little screen on there. It's got a nice little mirror finish to it. As you can see, you can't see it. It's like a two-way mirror. Once you press that button though, it brightens up and you can clearly read that screen. Now with the Sigelei,
Now the only downside for me for that is, over time, I feel like that thing's gonna get scratched up.
that is true.
That's one of the biggest things for me is I am a freak when it comes to my mods looking nice. And for something like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the IPv4 or the IPv4S. You remember how it had that mirrored screen? I used to own one of those, and over time the screen got scratched, and it looks bad to me, and I'm really nitpicky, and that's the only thing that I could see going wrong with this thus far is the screen.
Alright, with that being said, it's the specifications, it's a variable watt range of 5.0 watts to 55 watts. The Atomizer ohm range is 0.05 to 2.5, which is really nice. Battery voltage range is 3.2 to 4.2. Temperature adjustment is 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius, or 212 degrees Fahrenheit to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Now to adjust your wattage, just press the plus and minus button. As you can see, it's going up and down. It's really nice. It says select the working mode. Press the plus and minus button at the same time, and press the fire button to enter working mode. So plus and minus button at the same time, and there you go. It's in working mode.
Now, is it in power mode right now?
Power mode. From here, you can power mode. You can enter temperature control nickel mode NI, or temperature control titanium mode TI. Press the fire button to exit menu. There you go. Now wattage adjustments, like it said, plus and minus, but I still can't get over how beautiful this mod looks in my hand and just how it feels. It's got that nice metal, red metal, rubberized look, and I think this just looks really nice. I mean, look at that top where you screw on your atomizer and everything else. I want to put my atomizer and see how it works.
Actually, that's the reason why I took that off.
You want to test it out?
Yeah, let me test it out. So, this thing's got weight to it, man.
Yeah.
It feels like a really good, really solid quality, and I like that. I don't like those mods that they came out with. Let's say the Amigo with the carbon fiber. It's a $140 mod online, and
Yeah.
it feels light. It feels janky. It feels like, the button rattles. There's no button rattle here. You can't hear anything, which that's good. I'm at 55 watts right now.
There you go, my kind sir. Alright.
So actually, my buddy came. He went and got me my Aroma Miser, which I'm going to be using to testing out all these products. As you can tell, I do have the Sigelei 213. Like I said, I have been trying this out, and man, I freaking love this mod. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this baby on the UFO.
I love how that looks.
If you guys are interested, I don't know if you are, but I have the Aroma Miser V2 with a acrylic, green and black acrylic drip tip.
Make sure you put that in working mode just in case.
It is.
Alright.
Say I'm at 55 watts. I got a 0.38 ohm build on here, and it's running at 4.57 volts. Let's give her a rip. Let's see how she works.
Oh, also, before he does take a rip, Smoke, press the fire button to fire device. The max fire duration can be 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds, I think, from what I can understand from reading the instructions, it will shut off or it won't hit. So you don't take those long burning hits. That's the only downfall in my opinion. I love taking long hits. How's that feel?
It's a really, really smooth vape. You want to try it out?
I'm going to go ahead and try this out. It's really nice. I like it.
It's really smooth. It feels accurate. The only thing that I've seen about this one, we're backtracking a little bit, but this one feels more of a conservative mod than it is a power pushing mod. Granted, it is 213 watts. This is my own personal opinion, but to me, it just feels like it's more or less trying to conserve battery life than it is trying to push out the vapor. But other than that, man, this thing's cherry, man.
I love it.
Also, I like that you have the USB cable for charging over here on the side, so that way you can set her up when she's charging. You don't have to lay her down or anything. I like that. It's a plus.
I just noticed the downfall too.
What's up?
Man.
Yeah.
So what I noticed is when I'm grabbing it, I open my hand, that door opens just a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sigelei, if you're watching this, make sure you go ahead and put some sort of locking mechanism inside this door. I know that there's a magnet of some sort, but
right here at the bottom.
It's not holding up. So make sure if you're listening, put a locking mechanism on that battery.
Otherwise, it's a great product. I love it. I love the color, and as soon as it hits the shop, I'm probably gonna pick one up myself just for the fact that it looks cherry. Just love it. I like how it feels in my hand. It's like a nice little mod.
It is. All right, so let's move on. Take this baby off. We're gonna edit all this out anyway, so we got it.
You got it. There's a little tab you could have pulled.
It's okay.
Go ahead and put her back in the box. Where she came.
All right. So what do you think we should do next?
Let's go ahead and you use the Minikin. So let's try the Minikin out.
All right. Next product is by Asmodus. It is the Minikin 120 watt TC. I am in love with this mod. I owned a Relo RX200 prior to this, and I was in love with the RX200. And the thing with me is I like battery life. I like, I'm not into charging every day and all that stuff. So
Could have went to the side of the box.
the battery efficiency rating on these devices is 94%. So for me, I get just as much battery life out of this 2 battery device, and man, she's beautiful. Out of this 2 battery device, just as much as I would using the RX200, which is 3 batteries. Now, in order to take the back panel off, you just grab the top and the bottom like so, and you pull. Now, when I first got this product, when I was taking this thing on and off, I was like, man, it feels flimsy. Now, this is solid, but the locking mechanism, on it, there's just these 2 little notches right here. I don't know if you can see them, and you also have the grooves inside the battery panel right here. And how it locks in place is like that. But after using it, it's really sturdy. You can't, it's not going anywhere. And I just got used to it. I like how the wattage up and the wattage down buttons are on the side. It's not right here, so you don't, it's just like smooth feeling. Let's go ahead and pop the batteries in. And I like how compact this is.
Yeah, I actually do like that.
For a 2 battery device, it's pretty compact, and I like that. Let's go ahead and put these batteries in here. All right. Now, here's your power screen. Goes anywhere from, let's go all the way down, let's see where she goes to. This takes forever. Here we go. It goes from 5 watts, as you can see, all the way up to 120 watts. 3 clicks brings you into your menu screen. You have exit, system on or off. You have mode, which is power. It also has nickel, titanium, stainless steel 304, stainless steel 316, and it goes back to power mode. You can also adjust the brightness. So your brightness is at 10. You can adjust all the way down to 0 or 1, all the way back up to 10. And I think that's pretty cool. You also have exchange, and for all you guys who don't know what exchange is when I hit the button, it'll go from black and white to white and black. I personally don't like the white and black, but I think it does look good because this comes in white also. So if you do this, I think it looks nice. But I like to keep it black and white. And then you have exit. Boom, exit. Now, the tank that I have been using, or the RDTA that I should say that I have been using, is the Aroma Miser V2. And as you can tell, why I got the green and black drip tip is because look at that.
Nice.
It's just a nice looking mod. It's classy. So let's go ahead and put this on. I usually vape it around 60 watts, so let's go to 60 watts right here. 60 watts. She's wide open. Oh. This one is a little bit more power pushing than the UFO in my perspective. And not only is it power pushing, it also saves battery. I don't know how, but I can go a day and a half without charging on this.
Just smooth.
Really simple device. It's really easy to use. Yeah, it's just. And the price point, we sell these at XclusiveVapor for this mod itself for 75 bones, man. 75 bucks for a 120 watt device. You can't go wrong. You have the rubberized finish, which is this one. Also, it comes in a baby blue,
Teal.
baby blue or teal, yeah. Baby blue and teal, and the green one that's like a rubberized finish. And then the red and white ones are a polished finish. I personally don't like polished. For me, it's a fingerprint magnet, and I don't like my mods looking like fingerprints. So
it's a great build. It's a great mod, and if you're looking to get something, right here, regulated mod. Good. It's good to go mod.
all right. So should I show 'em my little pistol over here?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and show them. I'll go ahead and put this away.
No?
S-Modus.
Osmosis. Here we have another product by Osmosis, and look at that. For those people that
Don't walk downtown using this.
yes, please don't. I was about to say that. For those people that are military or deal with firearms, who like firearms and like vaping, this is actually a pretty cool item. It honestly feels like a rifle's pistol grip, and it's just so comfortable.
It also comes in 2 different colors. I believe it comes in a marine digital camo and also a forest digital camo, if I'm not mistaken.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now, this little to open the battery compartment, you have this little button at the bottom. Just press it, and there you go. Now, as you can see at the bottom, it tells you how to put your batteries in, which is a huge plus because you can see it with that white coloring in there. You can obviously see it, so you're not like pointing it in the light, seeing which way to put the battery in. Negative down. Let's see how she looks. And there you go. Starts powering up.
It is 120 watts.
There we go. Right now it's set at 30 watts, and
Go ahead.
the standard plus or minus adjusting the wattage.
And it's on the
Everything.
side, just like the mannequin, just like this mod. The wattage up and downs are on the side.
What I like, look at that, where your fingers would go. It literally fits
It's very,
comfortable in your hand.
It's very ergonomical.
Very just comfortably. Other people, I myself have small hands, but still, it fits nicely in my hand. I like how it feels. It's got that little rubberized feel to it, and I think that's a really nice thing. Go ahead and bump this up to 55 watts. Go ahead and screw this on.
Now you will be able to use your 24 and 25 millimeter RDAs, RDTAs, tanks, or whatsoever. It looks like a 24 millimeter in width across because mine is, you still got a little bit of a gap on the side. So if you, for all you vapors out there that like the Griffin 25 or the Genesis, or not the Genesis, but the Gemini, excuse me, it should fit flush, which is pretty cool.
Alright, I got this at 55 watts, and it's reading at 0.40 ohms. And I press the firing button, it says 4.69 volts. Let's go ahead and vapor. I just shut off the air hose a little. There we go. Open her up. Very nice. You get that juice flavor.
Got it. That's getting taken. You get that juice flavor.
Hey.
Let's go.
Alright, so once you vape it, go ahead. It's just really good flavor coming out of it. You want to try it out?
Yeah, try it out. It's got a nice weight to it too, man. It's pretty light without the batteries, but once the batteries get in it,
It's got some good.
it's got some good weight. Also, it also has that rubberized finish on it, which is really nice. I like that. Buttons are nice and, I wouldn't say necessarily clicky, they're more or less springy, but the ones over here, I don't know if you can hear it. Those are more clicky, but this one, it's really nice and springy, nice and silent, and I like that. Also, it fits right there. So you don't have to worry about positioning your finger or nothing, you can just squeeze it.
Yeah.
That's nice, man.
I like it.
I like the fact that the tank or RDA sits right here instead of over here.
Yeah.
I like that. I also got the little Osmosis symbol right there on top. That looks pretty cool.
I like it. But for me, I think the only downfall is that it's like without the batteries in there, it's light. But when you put the batteries in there, it's got that heft to it. And I just feel like if you were to drop it on accident, or if you have it on the table and you were to knock it over with your hand, I just feel like something might happen to it.
Yeah, it does feel. It doesn't feel like a metal to me. It feels more of like a hardened plastic.
Yes, almost. I wouldn't say ABS, but just a hardened plastic.
Now, in order to get in the menu screen, you do 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. You have your system on. You have your mode, which is power, stainless steel 304, stainless steel 316, titanium, and Ni 200, and then back to power. You also have your brightness, just like the Minikin. It's basically, it is the same exact thing as the Minikin screen. So basically what we just showed you on this device right here is the same exact thing as this. Same screen, same display, everything. Yeah, man, this is a good mod. I like this. Also, it comes with this nifty little holster here. Every time you purchase one of these, if you purchase one, it will come with this. It's got a little juice compartment over here, and you just strap it on your little belt and go Western.
Go Western. I like that. Hold your juices pretty well. That's with a elongated 30 ml bottle. Let's try just a regular. Let's see this. These regular 30 ml bottles, it's just hard to get in there, and it's probably not gonna fit. But overall, it's a nice build, nice little mod. I think honestly it'd be more of a novelty item just for the fact that it's almost as if a pistol grip from a rifle. And those people that are looking for that nice little mod to have in your collection, this is something to go to, and I like it.
All
Let's
right,
move on.
let's go for the big boy. We have the Laissimo model L1 200 watt Bluetooth mod. Bluetooth mod.
Interesting.
Now, I've never seen one of these. I've done a little bit of research on it, but I've never held one in my hands. As you can see, the wrapping is still on it. This will be my first look, so bear with me. I'm not too keen on the knowledge on this, but we'll get through it together. Right. Boom. Ah, it's like Christmas, dude.
Yeah, I know. Unboxing all these new products and getting the hands on them, it's really nice.
All right, so you have your front right here. You got 200 watt. As you can see, there's a Bluetooth. Man, the Bluetooth, that just gets me. It has Bluetooth 4.0. It is 101 millimeters by 55 or 53.5 millimeters by 24.5 millimeters. Voltage output is 0.5 volts to 7.5 volts. Voltage input is 6.2 volts to 8.4 volts. It goes from 5 watts to 200 watts. It has Cantho mode, Ni 200 mode, titanium mode, and stainless steel mode. You can build down to a 0.05 for all you super sub-ohmers out there. You can build down to a 0.05 all the way up to a 2.5 ohm. Temperature adjustment range is 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius, or 212 degrees Fahrenheit to 572 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's interesting.
In here you have your warranty card, so if anything happens within 30 days, go ahead and contact the company and send it in, and they should be able to send you a new one. In here you have your user manual. Nice little user manual. It looks pretty descriptive. Like the nice little color scheme in here. It's got little pictures for all you kids on the inside, adults on the outside. And here she is. All right.
Go ahead and take a look at this while you're looking at that.
Now, nice looking mod here. Buttons are nice and clicky. It comes with this plastic film on there. I don't even know if I want to take that off.
Yeah.
Now the cool thing about this, you got all these mods nowadays with these big screens and all that are built-in batteries. This is a plus for me. Boom. Takes two 18650 batteries, and on the inside here you have your cable for charging, and I believe upgradable firmware.
That is true. Upgradable firmware.
Let's go ahead and pop some batteries in this bad boy. Oof.
A little hard to get in there.
Yeah, a little difficult.
I mean, look at those posts. nice. I like it.
Back panel's not going anywhere. Now there is a little bit of shakiness. I don't know if you can hear that, but. Alright, to turn her on, 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice little startup screen. I like the fact that it's, man, look at that. Looks like an LED screen.
Actually, really nice.
When you click it, it'll say check Atomizer. It goes from 5 watts all the way up to 200 watts. Now it is a little bit slow. It's taking forever. Alright, 200 watts. Boom.
Oh, that's nice. So I'm looking in the user manual, and there's a max puff settings. So it goes from 0 to 1,000 puffs. 0 means unlimited puffs, meaning how many times you take hits from your vape. And you can set it to like maybe 10, 20 puffs or stuff like that. And that's just pretty cool to see. You can customize your own wallpapers, and it says please download related file and instructions.
You don't even
from
need to worry about that,
mysolo.com.
dude. You know what? I just found out that the user manual is built into this thing.
Oh wow, that's nice.
So if you click the power button 5 times, it turns it off. 5 clicks, turns it on. Check this out. So if you click the fire button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it brings you into where you can adjust and move it around. So you just see how it changes the screen and you're moving it. Yeah. Well, if you hit this little question box over here, it brings you up to your user manual. So you don't even have to open the user manual. It's right here.
Or if, let's say, you're out and you forgot how to do something and you're just trying to show your friends some cool features on it, that'd be pretty cool to have.
Yep. So you got your, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but you have your main screen for your menu. It shows you all this different stuff, the different kinds of mode it has, the voltage output, and all that stuff. So if you want to change pages, you just click the wattage up or the wattage down buttons, and it brings you all the way through it. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty nifty. Now, if you want to change your modes, all you got to do is click the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and whatever is highlighted red is what you're going to be on, as you guys can see. Now to change modes, once it's highlighted red right here in the middle, if you click the fire button, it'll start blinking. And to change modes, all you got to do is push the wattage up or the wattage down button. It goes from nickel to power to stainless steel to titanium, back to nickel, back to power. And to choose whatever mode you want to be in, all you got to do is click the fire button, and boom, you're in power mode. That's pretty nifty.
That is pretty cool. That's nice.
Yup, you can also set the date. You can also set the time. It's like a miniature phone, man.
Well, that's what they're coming to.
All right, let's
nowadays.
go to this one right here.
What are we looking at?
Okay, so it looks like this has manual settings. So basically you get to adjust each setting. So if you have like one tank that you use for temperature control, another tank you use for power mode, you can go in here to the settings, and when you change the M3, M4 and all that, it'll go from regular power mode to temperature control mode. So you see how you're in wattage mode right now. If you click the button one more time, the wattage up button, you go into temperature control. I think that's pretty nifty.
That is nice.
Let's go ahead and throw a device on here.
And this is the Lysimo?
Leissimo.
Leissimo, excuse me, I'm sorry. 200 watts.
Now,
Very interesting mod, in my opinion, and it's got some pretty cool features.
now it's reading 0.4, which is actually a lot better because I have 24 gauge 8 wrap in here. So, all right, 60 watts, 0.4 ohms, 4.91 volts. I like it. Go ahead, try it out.
Try it out. I like that.
Now the only thing for me is the screen, man.
Almost looks like a car.
I like the screen, but I feel like if you drop it,
the screen will crack.
it's gonna crack. And you know how phones nowadays, if the screen cracks, it's the display malfunctions and you can't see everything. That's a downside for me. Also, you got all these new devices coming out, like this one. Very ergonomical. It feels good in the hands. This one's just stiff, man.
Yeah, it's very square.
It's a
I guess.
boxy
feel to it.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel comfortable for me. This is not something that I would personally use, but maybe I'm sure there's people out there that are into this kind of thing, you know, LED screen and all that stuff. But other than that, man, it's a very well put mod. I like it.
Yeah. And looking into the paper manual, main features, it says max power 200 watts, Bluetooth for settings, download our app from laissimo.com and get connected with your smartphone. That's cool. You can download their app from their website and you can control it with your phone. That is very interesting.
Yep.
Upgrade function and change wallpaper by USB.
Yep. In the main screen, or in the menu screen right here, this is in the settings mode. You have screen turn off, so you can set your shut off time on your screen, which is pretty cool. You can turn your Bluetooth on and off also. You also have, you can change the time, the date, you can change the max puffs per day, and you also have a wallpaper setting, so you can change between, you can put 3 wallpapers in here and you can change between 3 of them.
That's nice. Oh, here's a big thing too, USB port not for charging. So you can't plug this into your wall and charge it, so you have to...
Only for upgradable firmware.
Yes, only for upgradable firmware.
Also, you can change your font color. So
That
if
is
you
pretty
want black, blue, white, green, or orange. So let's go orange. Let's see what orange looks like. Let's go ahead and exit.
Oh, wow.
That's not orange. I mean,
It is orange, but I don't know how to explain that.
to me that looks yellow. But you see how I also changed the wallpaper on there? I think that's pretty cool.
Now it has both wattage and temp adjustment and temp control mode, temperature control adjustment. I think it just repeated itself there. Low voltage protections, low resistant protection, input high voltage warning, output short circuit protection, reverse battery protection, overheating protection. A lot
Of protection.
It has a lot of protection pretty much. And that's nice, especially the reverse battery protection and the overheating prevention, excuse me. That is a pretty cool, those are pretty cool features right there. Last thing you want to do is like you put your batteries in the wrong way and you try to hit it and it just saves your life pretty much. And the overheating prevention, I guess it'll shut off if it overheats or it'll stop working and it'll tell you it's overheating. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool main features on there.
Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. We also have one more device. We have it in the store right now. It's the Fuchai 200 watt.
By Sigelei.
Another Sigelei product.
So like you said, this product is available in the shop, so if you're looking to get it, but you don't know anything about it, here you go. This is what we're going to show you.
Oh, that's a nice little box.
Ooh, it is. And in the box you have a nice little mod itself.
With a silicone sleeve.
Yep. And as always, you have the warranty card, the instructions for the security code, and the manual itself. It's really nice. Temperature control user manual. Now, as you can see, it comes with this silicone sleeve. Just take that off real quick. Slides right off. Here you have your battery compartment. Slides right out. It's interesting. It's got it it's held in by magnets, and it has these 2 little lips in there. Slide it right on, and you can feel those magnets grabbing onto the sleeve, onto the cover. It's really nice.
Also, it has copper contacts for the batteries, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, go ahead and put these batteries in. Oh wow, that's hard to get in there. There we go. Gotta use a little bit of force.
Don't break it, don't break it.
I know. There we go. Go ahead and slide the sleeve back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's on.
It's on? Oh. takes a little, I guess, to turn on. The variable wattage operating range is 5.0 watts to 200 watts. Atomizer ohm range is 0.05 to 2.5. Battery capacity required is 6.4 volts to 8.4 volts. Temperature adjustment range of 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius, or 212 degrees Fahrenheit, to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Now on the box it says right here in big bold red letters, please read the instruction manual carefully before use. So I'm guessing that's a big heads up on this one. Now,
Also, make sure every time you purchase a mod, make sure the batteries are married. They charge together, they discharge together, they use them together. Don't use them in other devices. We highly recommend that. Make sure you use the same batteries.
alright, so it's the standard adjustment for the watts, the plus and minus button, and then alright, so if you don't have anything on there, it's in power mode right now. It's going to say check Atomizer. To lock the system, press the plus button with the fire button at the same time. It will lock it, as you can see. System locked. Press it again, system will unlock. It's pretty nice, so you don't have the device firing in your pocket or anything like that. Switch between NI 200 Ti temperature control mode and wattage mode. Press the plus and minus button simultaneously for more than 3 seconds, and the device is turned on. NI, power, and TI will be displayed. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. There we go. Hold it down for 3 seconds with both buttons and you can see NI, power, and TI. That's for the nickel coil, titanium coils, and all that. We have it in power mode. So go ahead to select it, press the firing button. There you go. So, want to put your Aroma Miser on there? While he does that, I'm going to go into the user manual and tell you some little things about it.
Now there is a little bit of a gap, and for all you nitpickers out there, my device is not sitting flush on the Fuchai. Reason being, I think it's because of this metal plate that is surrounding the 510 connection. It's protruding a little bit. So for all you nitpickers out there, I think that's probably going to be a con for you guys.
Also, here's something interesting: the fire duration. It basically says if the firing duration of the device is 20 seconds in nickel and titanium temperature control mode. If fired longer than 20 seconds, the device will display work overtime and automatically stop firing. During wattage mode, if it is fired longer than 10 seconds, the device will display work overtime and automatically stop firing. For those that do like taking long hits, that might be a downfall for y'all, or some of you guys that actually like that might be a big plus for y'all. So, you want to go ahead and take a hit?
You go ahead.
Alright.
Let's go, Mr. Sigelei.
Alright. So, let's see how this puts out. It's nice. I like it.
It's very, very ergonomical feel in the hands, yeah?
Yeah, it actually
I like
is.
how it curves like that.
Yeah, as you guys can see, it has this nice little curve. See if I can put it sideways. It goes this way at an angle on both sides, so it fits really nice if you just turn around either way. So I think that's a pretty cool feature.
Is it called a parallelogram, or
I don't know.
the one that looks like that? I think it's a parallelogram.
Yeah, it actually is a parallelogram.
So from the top of the device, it looks like a parallelogram.
You actually can see it when it's on its side like that. It actually does. It represents almost a parallelogram. But it feels really nice in the hand. Both sides just actually feels really good, and you don't have to worry about anything going wrong.
Yeah, the cool thing with all variable wattage devices is you have all these different protections. So for all of you new vapors out there that are trying to get into the vaping industry, my recommendation would be starting off with something that is variable wattage rather than using one of these, because these, there's no protection. So if you don't know what you're doing and you mess it up, it's something bad's gonna happen.
Here's the mod with that silicone sleeve on it. My opinion, I probably wouldn't rock it with the silicone sleeve, just for the fact that I just feel like it'll take me a while to figure out where that button is, because the button's almost
Kinda
sit
inside.
flush. Actually, no, the fire button sits flush, so trying to find that would be pretty hard. Trying to find that good sweet spot, but the adjustment buttons are actually inside a little bit, recessed in for the silicone sleeve. So that's I personally wouldn't rock it. Other people might, to keep it from getting scratched or something, but that's personal opinion. And so yeah, there you go.
I think we should do something special for the viewers.
Like what?
We are going to do, wait for it, dramatic pause, a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway. That's right, folks. We're going to do a giveaway. For all you viewers out there, you need to subscribe and like the video below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are going to pick one random winner for a Play-Doh, just one, not two, one, for a Play-Doh starter kit. For all of you who don't know what a Play-Doh is, it's kind of like a Kanger knee box where the tank sits inside. Also will come with a battery and two coils. It comes with a 1.8 ohm coil and a 0.4 coil. We will also be giving away a free 30 ml bottle of juice with the starter kit. So you will have everything you need to start vaping right out of the box.
There you go.
So make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Like. Also, there will be a link in the description below for the FDA. They're trying to deem vaping as a tobacco product, and we're not going to let that happen, are we?
We are not.
Not, and I'm sure you don't want that either, because vaping changed my life, and it changed yours, and I don't want that taken away from you or us. So go ahead and click the link below, and go ahead and sign that petition so they don't take that away from us.
Last thing we want is someone taking away something we love. And vaping is life. It is.
Vote for vape.
Vote for vape.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We also have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook. Xclusive Vapor, one word.
We'll post the link for all those sites in the description below. So go ahead and follow us. Go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Like we saying, 100 subscribers and there will be a giveaway.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. We have to reach 100 subscribers before we do this giveaway. So tell your friends, family, whoever vapes, cousins, nephews, whatever, tell them to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we are not giving anything away until we reach 100 followers.
So yeah, go ahead and once we hit those 100 subscribers, you will be contacted. Depending on where you are, it will be shipped to you, but we will be following the rules within that region. If you're in the States, you have to be 18 years or older. If you're in Hawaii or in California, you have to be 21 years or older.
So we will contact you personally and let you know how to show age verification, and we'll send you your product.
We'll send you what you won. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and tune in for our next video.
Bam. Don't forget to follow me. I have a Twitter account, the Vaping Howley, the one and only Vaping Howley. It's going to be TheVapingHaole, all one word. I have my own Twitter account. Also, I am on Instagram, the Vaping Howley, same thing. And what's yours?
You can follow me on Twitter, Hawaii_Vapor, and we'll post a link in the description below on how to follow us and where to follow us. All right? Catch you guys later.
Aloha.
Aloha, mahalo for tuning in.
Vote for vape.